So today, I have no makeup on, and I have a horrible headache, but that's okay. Today's video is about being a grandparent. I have to tell you, a lot of people are very, this is my grandbaby. He's 8 months old. A lot of people are worried about becoming a grandparent, and especially women. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be old if I'm a grandmother, blah, blah, blah. Being a grandparent is the best and most amazing feeling you will ever have in this life. It is a true blessing. It really is. My grandson is 8 months old, and my daughter was 20 when she had him. His birthday is a month before hers. And that's him. He's screaming. Say hi. Say hello. He's a camera ham. He loves the camera. I just want to make this little video about we as people are afraid to get older. But that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to get older. We're supposed to age. Now, my personal problem is with gray hair. I don't care about turning 42, 43 this year. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't care about that. And I don't care about the whole being a grandparent. I love it. I think it's the best thing in the whole wide world. I don't know how anybody who can have grandchildren would not want to experience their grandchildren. Just like parents. I don't know how there's parents out here who have children who would not want to spend time with them or be a part of their lives. If you have children and you're not a part of their lives, you're missing so much. You're missing the greatest thing in the world, their accomplishments, their achievements. And then when they have children, you'll be missing out on moments like this. Hammy man. Hey. Hello. Hello, Nanza, baby doll. You'll be missing out on moments like that. And who wants to miss out on beautiful moments of your grandchildren? Getting older is a really beautiful thing because as we get older, we learn to mature. We learn to mature. We learn so much more about life. We learn that materialistic things, okay, my house is a wreck. Yeah, my house is a wreck. Materialistic things are not what makes life. I was just showing you a few things like the TV and stuff. That doesn't make life. Your family, your children, your parents, that's what makes life. Right now, I have a grandma who is in a rehab center to fix her broken hip. I have a mother who is going to be fighting lung cancer. I have a daughter who's going to dental school for dental assisting. I have a son who plays all types of sports. And I have a wonderful husband who works all the time very hard to provide us with a life. And that leaves me to be able to sit here with him and teach him things and love him and give him guidance and teach him about life, you know, while his mom is at school and his dad is at work. His dad is such a wonderful dad. His dad comes over all the time, takes great care of him. He loves his parents. And me as a grandparent feel that just because we're grandparents doesn't mean that we can't teach them things. You know, yes, we have to respect our children's wishes about what it is that our children are trying to teach their children. But we as grandparents have to teach our children how to be parents. You know what I'm saying? Things come naturally to them. They learn to be parents. And some, God forbid, some women out here do not need to be mothers, and some men out here do not need to be fathers. And if that's you, then you need to sit down with somebody and learn how to be a parent. Okay? Why are you screaming? Stop that. But I will say this. He gets so mad at this toy after he bites it, he has to scream at it. I don't know what it is, but he does. I will say this, though. If you are a parent and you don't know or you question things that you're doing as a parent, and you have parents, or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance has parents, and maybe you don't talk to your parents, or maybe you do, and you just don't trust their advice, ask somebody. Don't be afraid to ask somebody. There are so many parents out here throwing kids in the garbage, killing them, killing people who are pregnant. I mean, it's just a ransack of nonsense, okay? If you don't know, get the answers. Research it. Look it up. If you question something about your child, find out the information. My daughter is so smart. And I'm going to tell you, There's things that they have access to that we did not have access to when my kids were little. My daughter, she'll be 22 this year. And I never could like just sit down and research Google and ask questions about, hey, should my kid be doing this? They have the Help Me Grow program. I don't know if they have it in your states, but if they do, you should look into that. They come to your house, they sit down with you, they tell you what your child should be doing at a certain age. They tell you what your child should be, how they should be progressing, and they can, tell you how to do things with them, little activities that will make them advanced. So you as a grandparent, support your children. Don't kick your children out of the house because they're pregnant. Don't ridicule them and bash them and make them feel like they're crap because they had a kid. Or if your kid is living with you, don't make them feel like crap because they live with you and they have a child. My daughter lives with me and it is the most wonderful blessing in the world. I have no intention on rushing her out of here. When she's ready to go, and she's ready to go. I enjoy this right here. This right here is my world. I enjoy this right here. And this little guy is the best blessing that I have had in a very long time. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I have a great husband. I have a great family. I have wonderful parents and grandmother. And my kids are a huge blessing. But having grandchildren, I have grandchildren that live out of state that I don't get to see. My daughter has 2 best friends that are like my daughters. Couldn't be no more related to me than if I had them. And they have children. They both have a little girl and they have a little boy. And those are also my grandchildren. And if I could see them every day, I would have them over here, spending time with them, loving them. Because I love being a grandparent. You should embrace being a grandparent. You are what these children are going to come and ask questions to. You are the stories that they're going to want to hear. Make your stories something important. Make your stories a wonderful, wonderful experience for these children. Teach them something. Teach them about God. Teach them about Jesus. Teach them about whatever it is that you feel is morally right. Teach them. Because their parents have to work. Their parents have to go to school. And yeah, their parents are going to teach them things. But guess what? Nana, grandma, granddad, grandpa, grandma, Gigi, Gma, whatever you're going by. Papa, I don't think anybody's called G-Daddy. That kind of sounds a little weird, doesn't it? But, teach them. Teach your children. If they're doing something and you're like, man, I really think that they should do this differently, give them advice. I give my daughter advice. At first she used to scream and yell at me like, Mom, I have a kid. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. But okay. And it would hurt my feelings. It'd make me cry. But then I told her, I said, look, any advice I'm trying to give you is advice. I'm not trying to run your life. I'm not trying to control your kid. See, mad at the toy again. I'm not trying to control your kid. I'm trying to help you. See? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Why are you yelling? Yeah, you're mad at that toy, huh? Anyhow, what I'm trying to say is support is the best option for any parent. And as a grandparent, it's your responsibility to support your children and the decisions and the future that they will give their children. And if you don't want to do that, then you don't need to be a grandparent. You are morally and you are physically obligated to help your children give their children the best decisions that they can make. If you don't agree with how your child is parenting, then you need to sit down and talk to your child. Say, look, I don't understand why you're doing this way or whatever. If you got a grandchild that's in a bad situation, if you have a grandchild that's being abused, or the parents are on drugs, or nobody you feel is physically taking care of that child the way it should be taken care of, you need to step in and get that child. That's your responsibility. That's your flesh and blood. And I don't care if you've adopted children and they have children. I don't care if you've, had them physically yourself or you're a surrogate. Your children are your responsibility. Therefore, your grandchildren are your responsibility as well. The point being, your child has to take care of that child because that's a responsibility like you took care of your kids. If your child needs help, you need to help them. If you can't financially help them, then you need to physically and mentally help them. Give them an emotional break. Take that baby or that little girl or little boy. Take your grandchild to the McDonald's. Take them to the park. Take them to the zoo. Give the parents a break. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to take the kids because then they're going to just depend on me and they're expecting me to take them whenever they want to. No, you have a mouth. Use your mouth. Let them know you're not taking that child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They want to go out with their boyfriend. They want to go out with their new boyfriend, baby's dad, whatever, husband. Watch the kid. Because I'm telling you, if you don't watch the kid, they're going to get somebody to watch the kid. And if they're desperate, you don't know what people in this world are going to do to that grandbaby. Because number one, there's some sick-ass people in this world. Sick people in this world. And some people in desperate situations who never get a break from their children will give their children to anybody they know, whether they know them like the back of their hand or whether they know them because they've talked to them a few times. No. Do not ever let your child leave your grandchild with somebody that they don't really know. That's how kids come up missing. That's how kids come up molested. And I don't want to hear as a grandparent that you have no control over that, because you do. You get in your kid's ass. Like, you're not leaving my grandbaby with somebody. How well do you know this person? Oh, you've known them because you talked to them? Okay. How well? Are you done? Thank you. How well do you know this person? Oh, you know them because you went to school with them. So would you leave your money with them? Would you leave something personal with them, like your phone? If they say no, they wouldn't leave their money with that person, or no, I wouldn't trust them, with my phone, then you should damn sure not trust them with your child. Hello? So if they tell you that, that's the first thing you ask your kid. Hey, you're leaving them with John or Sarah. Do you know John and Sarah? Oh, you do? Would you trust them with your wallet? Oh, you wouldn't trust them with your money? Oh, would you trust them with your cell phone? No, because nowadays, unfortunately, people are really tied up with their phones. I'm one of those people. Man, come on. If you wouldn't trust them with that, don't trust them with your baby. Grandparents, support and help your children so that your children will help their children, and the future will not be as dim and as grim as it is right now. Step in, help them. Or if they can't do it and they're doing a real crappy job, or they're on drugs, or they're mentally not stable enough to be a parent, take that baby and take care of it. Don't just let the kid go in the system. That's your flesh and blood. Be there for your grandchild. This little guy right here brightens my world every day. And every single day, I cannot express to you the joy that he brings to my life when he smiles at me. When he talks, when he says a new word, when he does something new, like sitting up or trying to crawl or trying to stand up and hold on to furniture. That joy fills my heart so much that when my daughter asks me, hey, Mom, can you watch him for a minute while I go to the store? Hey, Mom, me and my boyfriend want to go out on a date. Can we do that? Yes, I'll watch him. Because I'd rather watch him than have somebody else watch him. And I love having that time with him. Even though I live with him, and she lives with me, I love that time with him. I love it because it's a very, very, very special bond that you have with your grandchildren. So grandparents, stop worrying about how old you are, and if you feel like you're getting old, and embrace that child and embrace your child and help. That's all I gotta say. Have a good day, guys. Say bye. Say bye. I love him.